Hi guys, this is the second video regarding my new Dell Vostro 7620. After the unboxing, I want to show you some things what I discovered or I felt in the last 2 hours with the device while setting them up in Windows and using it a little bit while surfing and updating some apps and installing some things. So first of all, I want to show you again a little bit around what this device has. So one thing which I realized is this kind of edge here next to the keyboard. It's maybe 1 millimeter or half a millimeter, but it makes the aluminum case really stable and you cannot press it that much. So it's kind of make the structure of the whole device a little bit more sturdy. The second thing, and I'll show you later why I'm mentioning this, the touchpad is not. It's nearly at the same height like the cover, so there's a little bit of gap, maybe 0.3 or 0.4 millimeters, but that's it. So it's quite in the same level in like this surface, this metal surface here. Oh sorry, I crashed the camera. The next thing is there are two charging ports on this device, and I'll show you this also in a few minutes with the service manual. Here is the dedicated charger for this device. It's a 130 watt charger, and this one is a USB-C port, and you also can use this with chargers from Dell or from other manufacturers. I'm quite sure it's a standard to charge the device, and it will recognize it. I will show you later about charging this device. This is quite interesting what's happening here. Yeah, this is the SD card slot, which I'm really proud of in this device. A full SD card slot, not a micro SD or something like that. And but this device, this SD card slot is not really, it's not a full SD card slot, but it hosts SD cards with the maximum size. Yeah. Okay. So far, so good. So you saw that. What I mentioned in the first video is that these are maybe some ports or some covers for some ports. It looks like a little bit, but what I experienced, here are the speakers hosted. So this is the left speaker and this is the right speaker, and it's covered somehow, so there's nothing to open at this in this area of the laptop. So yeah, from the below side, everything looks fine. The only thing which I found out, and if you can see this here, right here, there's a kind of metal part below, and the color was a little bit scratched. So it's not it's nothing which I'm really which I like, but you will not see or recognize it if you're not looking really with a microscope on the device. So maybe you can see it here. There's the color is scratched below, so something maybe from on the manufacturing side happened here. Also one thing, if you close this down, maybe you can see this. Give it a little bit try with the focus. No, you cannot see, but even so, this processor in here, it's a 12th generation i7, and it has a lot of temperature exhaust. So even down here they have ribs for cooling the device, and even on this side there could be air coming out. When we are talking about air vents, you have two air vents, one on this side, or two main air vents, one of this side. So air comes in from here, getting cooled modules, and comes out here. Also from the back, but these are not main, it's more additional one. and on the other side is the same. So air can come in here and hot air coming out here. So what you see here right now, can you see this? It looks like scratched. I don't know what this is. Maybe from the manufacturing side, but trust me, you can see it right now. This is super interesting. You can see it right now here in this angle. In this angle, it's completely gone. And if you look at this angle, nothing. There's nothing on it. I don't know. Maybe this is something. Yeah, it's an optical thing, and aluminum is not really easy to handle. But yeah, you can see that there is something in this area and also here. Quite interesting that I can see this on the camera. So what I want to say with this angles with the air vents is that these air vents are not chamfered. So the edges here, so it feels like lasered out, but the edges are quite sharp, really, on this side, and even on the ports you can feel this, and on this side the same. So if you go over this with your finger, it's like I don't know, it's like getting the skin a little bit ripped off. So this is something. So another point, and on this Vostro, which is also a minor thing, you can see right now the whole keyboard is lit. The only button which is not lit is the power button, and this is maybe an issue or maybe something Dell decided also on other models to do. I checked a little bit their website and their support site, and there are some people complaining about buying a Vostro device or also other devices, and the power button is not lighting up when it's powered on. So on other devices or other manufacturers have a power indicator inside this button, so you can see in which state of charge or in which state of power the device is. But here this is the only button which is not lighting up on the whole keyboard. A little bit weird, but fine for me. As we're talking about the keyboard, also the keyboard has a super nice haptic feedback. So the touch point or the touch point of the keyboard is like it's outstanding, like all the Dell laptops have. I'm using Dell on my work for 6 years, and this is my first private Dell I bought for private use, and I can tell you I like the haptic feedback. You can write really nice. It's like it doesn't have any sound or clicky sound, or not that much clicky sound like others have. So if you realize this once in your life, you're going to the office and next to you is someone writing and they are smashing the keyboards, and with each button you have this kind of clicky, like so Dell doesn't have this that much, so they are compensating it with their super nice keyboard and haptic feedback. As you can see, the 16-inch laptop has a kind of compact layout. So what I usually don't like is the arrow keys here. So they don't have this normal like the WASD key format, but they are really pressing it into really low space. But you can say on this device you have a full numpad, and you can use this also for this kind of things if you need this kind this 4 buttons in a full size. So this is super nice. Another thing to mention, next to the keyboard you can see the touchpad. It has a super nice click. And if you can hear that, this is really nice. You have a little bit of feedback on the numpad because on the top it's not clicking. not clicking on the top, only in the lower side. I have another device here. Maybe I can show you right now. I have another device here. This is the Latitude 7430. Yeah, and this device has a really weird clicking sound. As you can see, it doesn't have any clicking, and it's really like you touch a sponge. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really like, wow, it's like nothing. The feedback is not good. And also the Latitudes have this kind of touchpad, which is much more lower than this one here. So it's maybe 1 millimeter below the surface, and that's why they are chamfered this kind of edges around, so that you're not having this kind of gap between. I don't like that. I don't like this touchpad that much. This one is much better, and keyboards are the same. So, but I will come back to this Latitude 7430 right in a moment. After we went through. So what I want to show you is SD card. Okay, so this is a full-size SD card, and if you put this in the slot here, you can see what. That's because I mentioned it before. It's not a full-size SD card input-output. So the card is standing around. Usually I don't travel with this laptop and have the card sticking in. Yes, totally clear. But this is only something to mention if you want to buy such a laptop. And I can tell you, I still like it. This is not a down size of this laptop, so or downside of the side of this laptop. So perfect. Yeah. Okay, let's come to the other side. As you can see, what I mentioned before, we have this dedicated charging port from Dell. So Dell provides. Give me a second. I will show you what they are providing with the laptop. So Dell provides this piece of power charger, a 130 watt charger. It's a brick. It's really a brick. You can kill a human with this if you smash it on the head or something. Okay. And I cannot tell you the weight at the moment, but yeah. But what I have for my smaller Latitude, I have a 65 watt version of a power charger, and as you can see, a 65 watt version is much more smaller. It's not charging that much or that fast. It's clear for me, but it's charging. So it's maybe half the size or 1/3 of the size of the big one. And what I tried out, and this is super interesting, you can also connect this. So I checked the service manual, and the service manual says you can charge this Vostro with the dedicated charging adapter here. Okay, come on, go on. And it's charging. Wait, as you can see, you cannot see anything, but it's charging. I can tell you, it's charging. Okay, here it's charging. 78%. But you can take this off. It's not charging anymore. Okay, great. Then let's use the Latitude charger, the 65 watt charger. And you can connect this, because it's a USB-C charger, you can connect it to the USB-C here. Okay? And what's happening? As you can see, it's charging. And it's doing, it says it's a slow charger, but it's charging. And you can see this also on this indicator here. So there's an indicator for charging. If you connect this or this and the device is charged, so you have here a small indicator which shows you, okay, right now there's coming some energy inside the device, it's not going outside. Good. But as there is a USB-C and I'm really interested in what you can really do with these kind of devices, and I did this in the past. I have a Huawei supercharged power bank. It can charge up to 19 volts or up to 19 volt supercharge via USB-C. I connected this here and I'll show you something interesting. So this, and I connect this right now here, and it takes some moment. It's starting right now here, and it's starting right now here. It says it's a slow charger, but what's happening? It's also charging the device. So this power bank you can use for several, I would say every laptop you can charge via USB-C, and it's charging the device. It's not recommended. It's getting quite hot after a while, but if you are in need of power and you don't have a power source next to you or a wall mount or a wall connector, so you can use this and extend your work time with the laptop if you're out. Okay, so I disconnect this again. Quite important to mention, also you need a special cable or a cable which is capable of these kind of charging rates. Okay, so I wanted to go, maybe let me readjust the camera a little bit. I wanted to show you some information regarding this device, and this is something I realized already on other sites for this laptop when I checked the specs. So this is something. This is the service manual from Dell, and they are really top notch when it comes to manuals. Dell is really a really good manufacturer who provides a lot of information for the devices, even for specialists or repair companies. So you can charge it with two ports, USB-C and a dedicated port, a RAM port, and they explain every I/O port, what's there and what kind of standard it is, how the trackpad is worked. Then also here the speakers, what I mentioned before. And now we're coming to the technical specs. And what I found quite interesting is I knew that they have two kind of processors shipped with this device. It's an i5 and an i7. But regarding both of them, let's go to the let's go to here. So they also have two wireless modules. Maybe this is more for emerging markets or for India. I'm not sure. But this is only a 5 gigahertz and this is a 6 gigahertz card. I think this one has the AX211, and also what's quite interesting, they are offering two battery sizes. I mentioned that before, but okay, let's go to the power adapter. This is all in German, I'm sorry, I'm translating it, but the Netzadapter is the power adapter, and on the power adapter they're only talking about the 130 watt, but you saw 65 watt also is working. But exactly here, this one was quite interesting for me. So they are going to the battery, and they're providing this device with two options of batteries. There's a 3-cell polymer battery with 56 watt hours, and there's a 6-cell polymer battery with 86 watt hours. I have only the 56 watt hour version, and there was no other available on the site, so I could not order this one. But as this device is only 20 grams above 2 kilograms, I'm quite sure if they push in a 6-cell battery with 86 watt hours, it will be more heavy. So maybe this is a future option of this Vostro series, of this Vostro 7620 series, but at the moment I could not order it, so yeah, that's it. Also something to mention, the screen is not a touch screen. I don't like touch screens on Windows laptops. This one, the other one has it, but this one don't have it, so I like more these standard things, and usually I want sometimes to scroll around on spreadsheets and doing like this without copying or deleting information from it. Yeah. Also something to manage. At the moment, you can only order this option here from the display. So they have 3 kind of options for the display. It's a comfort view and 2 comfort view plus. So there is this is full HD, and this is a 3K version. So it wasn't available when I ordered this 5 days ago. So yeah, I only ordered the option 1, but I can tell you, even the option 1 is a quite nice option, and it's also a battery saver. If you want to use this device only stationary, and if you like high resolutions, then maybe you should go with that. What to mention about the display also is the brightness. So at the moment they are shipping only in Germany only 250 candela per square meter brightness, but there will be a 300. All the other 2 displays will have a 300 value. So this is maybe something to mention, and also the contrast is changing also with the brightness a little bit. It's a 60 Hertz display. All options are 60 Hertz. So it's nothing. Maybe gamers will realize it, but for daily business, for watching videos, for doing some cut models or video cutting or something like that, I think 60 Hertz is quite good value, and you can work with it. People could work with this kind of values for the last 20 or 30 years. So it's quite fine. If you really need high-end and top-notch displays, maybe the Vostro is not for you. But I can tell you, even gaming is fine in this device. Even that. What's also quite interesting, they have a fingerprint reader. But this is an optional thing. I couldn't order this option when I was in the shop, but it's good to mention that they have this. While we are talking about fingerprint reader, Windows Hello is today a kind of thing where you don't need to put in your credentials or password anymore to log in the device or to unlock the device. This device doesn't have anything. This one I show you right now doesn't have anything which you can use for Windows Hello. So there is no Windows fingerprint reader. There is no dedicated camera for face recognition. So it's kind of standard. You have to log in with your name or with your Windows account and your password, and that's it. Or if you only use it by yourself, and if you are not looking for security and such things, you can also leave it blank and it starts and goes directly to your account, and that's it. But it's not recommended, I think. Also to mention, there are 2 kind of versions of graphic cards to get in with this setup. This is a 3050 Ti and a RTX 3050. So in this device you see a 3050 Ti. So this is yeah, it's a quite good graphics card. It's not top notch, but it's, I think, enough to do everything and also to have games played. So if you are looking for the best frame rates in the latest games, maybe this card is not the way to go. Also the memory is, yeah, other devices have 6 or 8 gigabytes of graphic memory, yeah, but this one is a little bit lower, but it's fine. You will not recognize it within daily stuff. Also to mention, this device is one of a few devices Dell is shipping with a DDR5 Ram. So all or other models and older models, Dell is a little bit behind with that. They are shipping a lot of models with a DDR4, and this is kind of a standard which is a little bit outdated, I would say, or overhauled. So yeah, you should mention that also and have this in mind, keep this in mind. Here are some things. So if you want to download this, you can download that. It's also available in English, so I'm sorry, I only have it here right now in German language. Okay, so that's it so far. One thing I want to show you or I want to mention is the camera is a full HD camera and it's in an upper frame. And it has this kind of shutter, camera shutter. So if you put this in, nobody can spy you, even if they have access to your device. So it's a mechanical thing, so it's blocking light going into the camera. You have here one microphone, another microphone, and this is a kind of indicator button which is lighting up when you are using the camera. So this is something. Another point I realized, and for that I will bring up my Latitude device. Okay, and this Latitude device has also a backlit keyboard. But what I realized when I compared both, so you can see here the backlit is on. Now it's off. Now it's on. Oh, you can see the frame rate. And now it's full power. And here's a kind of indicator next to the shift button, next to the caps button. So if you push this, it's going on and it's going off. You will not recognize that there is something. What's happening on this device here, on a Vostro, we are talking about. So right now it's off, on, and on. And you can see it's right now also lit up from the backlight. And this is a little bit weird. So if I touch this now, right now it's really brightened up, but I don't know. Within the night, you could mix this up if or you could think that the caps lock button is right now on, but yeah, it's not happening to me, and I'm sorry, it's not happening to me that I mix it up, but this is something to mention. Also, what I checked is the brightness of the screens, and with the Latitude device. So if I bring it full up and here also full up, you can see the Vostro has a much more brighter screen. The Vostro has a little bit a yellowish color. This is more blank white, but it's nothing which I'm disturbed of. But it seems for me it's much more brighter than this one. So this is something to mention. And I prepared something, but I have to check again. Okay, 40 minutes. So if I want to show you this, I want to show you the sound speakers of both devices, and because I was super impressed when I got the Latitude. This one has a really nice bass and a deep frequency sound, which this one doesn't have. I can tell you right now before, but we will check out maybe a position where you can hear it. I have to check for the position. So this is more metallic here. So you have here the same sound, but so this is something which is quite weird. They have a small device. This is a smaller device, a much more smaller device than this one, and the sound of this is much more better than the big one. So I don't know what they changed here. They have maybe some other sound drivers inside here. Yeah, but I only want to show you that. So it doesn't have the top-notch sound, but it's super nice. I can tell you, it's nothing where you say, "Oh, I cannot hear or listen to music on this device." You can listen to this, and yeah. So far, I think I'm through with everything I wanted to show you. So the edge I had, the air vents to mention, I mentioned those, that they are a little bit sharp on the edges. USB-C charge I went through. Also the light from the caps lock button and the power button, that it's not lighted up. The keyboard itself, super nice touchpoint. The touchpad is flush with the rest of the chassis, so it's super nice to point. You have a little bit of edge here, so you know where the end of your touchpad is, but it's super nice. And yeah, that's it so far. If you have questions, I will upload this video also soon, right after the unboxing video. So comment, feel free to comment, feel free to give me abonnement, and yeah, what should I say right now? If you have questions, maybe I'll make another videos and we will see. Okay, thanks and bye.